After a decade of service, the DC Streetcar is making its final ride tonight. In the end, the city decided that the cost to run and maintain the vehicles was just too high. Some understand, but others are sorry to see it go, and our Tom Rousey is out live on the final run tonight. Tom?
What I am on right now is the final westbound DC streetcar ever. And, you know, there's a gentleman here who works for the streetcar, and he says, man, if we had this ridership all the time, the streetcar wouldn't be going away. We have a huge crowd here right now. You can see from this group that wanted to be on the final ride that the streetcar did have a lot of supporters, but in the end, the city felt the numbers just didn't add up. So this is the last ride ever for it. DDOT tells us on average 2,000 people rode the DC streetcar on a normal day, but Tuesday was no normal day.
And how many cars serve the DC streetcar system? 6. 8, 6, 6, I had 6.
There was even trivia as many hopped on for one final ride. After 10 years in service, the DC streetcar is riding into the sunset.
I rode it this morning, and this is my last ride coming home on it. I'm saddened. I've been living around here since 2017, and I've been riding the trolley since then.
Most days?
Every day.
Instead of the streetcar, riders will be able to take the D20 Metro bus, which also runs on H Street and Benning Road and operates 24 hours a day. For much of the day, the D2X is also an option.
Yeah, the buses are overcrowded, and the buses cost. This is free. This works for everyone.
But in the end, DC leaders decided the streetcar was not worth the cost and trouble. After the city spent $200 million and faced many delays when it launched the 2.2-mile line in 2016, DDOT said it was now costing $12 million a year to run and maintain, a high price considering the low ridership. Also, streetcars faced frequent delays. Unlike buses, they can't turn or change lanes. So if a parked or stopped car blocks it, the streetcar has to wait for help. This map from 2010 shows DDOT once planned to put 8 streetcar lines all over the city, handling 147,000 trips a day. Not only did that never happen, now there won't even be one line.
It's kind of slow. It could use a little air conditioning, but it's getting us where we need to go.
Carl Ford brought his daughter Miranda for their first and last ride on Tuesday. He says he understands the issues that led the city to shut it down.
I understand. I mean, I really think they could replace it with buses and it would be okay.
And again, we are live on the very final westbound ride ever for the DC streetcar. Now, you may be wondering what's going to happen with these cars themselves, because obviously the city doesn't need them anymore. Well, based on an answer I got from DDOT today, it sounds like they're going to try to sell them. It's not clear at this point, though, who might be ready to buy them. Reporting live again on the final ride ever for the DC streetcar after 10 years, I'm Tom Rousey, 7 News.
Yeah, some dedicated streetcar fans out there. All right, Tom.